Hello, hello. And we're back. Back to drawing. That's not what I wanted to happen. What just happened? Oh, okay. That was weird. Anyways, we're back. Back to drawing the bowl. Bits and pieces. Because I want to give him 2 outfits. Yeah. We're back to drawing. Finally, I can actually finish this. Because I said I'd finish it off screen, but then I didn't. That happens sometimes. And like, I was just really tired yesterday. was busy this year. But now I'm back. Usual setup. I'm gonna be drawing today and tomorrow. Definitely did miss drawing two screens because it draws so much smoother when I have the second monitor. For some reason, when I try drawing without the second monitor, it does not draw smoothly. It's very weird. There's my reference images. I probably should have had the reference images open earlier. But, I don't think that far ahead a lot. It just be like that sometimes. Remember to stay hydrated. Hello, welcome. Why are we scared? Yeah, understandable. It's been going downhill for a while now, hasn't it? I did mention Monday that I'd probably switch places, or at least stream on both sites, because Picarto TV is like specifically just art-based stuff. It's like Twitch, but specifically art. So if things go downhill, I'd rather be there. Because again, all I do is art stream stuff anyway, so I'd fit right in. I'm trying to find reference images real quick. The Picarto TV. I'll probably put up a post later because I've tried to check my old account on there, but I don't think I set it up right, so it just got deleted. But I'll probably just make a new one anyway. And do, I guess, streaming at the same time or something. I don't know. I don't know how most of that works, but like, if I switch over there, it's definitely going to be specifically art-related streams. Silly stuff is going to be like just on my social media, I guess. The world is a foul place sometimes. Hope nothing happens. Yeah. Because, like, it's nice to have, like, an area that is just specifically art-related to do art streams. But at the same time, I like doing silly, goofy stuff. Like the tier lists and rambling about characters. And, like, there's a reason why I left Twitch or YouTube back then. During the early years of my VTuber days. Everything's a mess. Time to bring back pain vids and age-restricted vids. Yeah, I'm just tired. The fact that it would just flag me as like a kid just because I like doll stuff and art stuff is stupid. Like, I'm just here to have a fun time. A silly fun haha time. Why is everything gotta be so annoyingly complicated? As well as, like, we've had solutions to a lot of these issues in the past, and yet you're just making things more complicated because, oh. Think of the children! They've been doing that for years, that's why you gotta keep them offline, dingus. It's not my fault you suck as a parent. Hmm. But anyways, I just want to talk about the bullying. He's got the personality of an excited doggo. I think I'll be fine if I don't watch content that's labeled as made for kids, as in YouTube's kids thing. You can watch kids content as long as it's not directly labeled as made for kids. Yeah, but at the same time, sometimes it just flags things that aren't made for kids as made for kids, which is annoying. Like, sure, comments are on, and there's no YouTube Kids logo anyways. Everything is a mess, and I don't like it. Like, I just want to be silly in peace. Everybody just wants to be silly in peace, in a sense, or just enjoy things. Just because some people don't know how to handle it doesn't mean that everybody has to be punished for it. That's a them problem, not a me problem. Like, it sounds rude or whatever, but at the same time, it's like, bruh, if you're not helping yourself, I'm not helping you. The world is burning, I just want to be goofy. Same. I want to be hee hee ha ha silly. It's like playing pretend, you know? There's nothing childish about wanting to not deal with the real world every couple of days, you know? Every once in a while. Adriana! Hello, friend! Controversial opinion. Parents should be parenting their kids. That's a controversial opinion I agree with. Although it shouldn't be controversial. Because, like, I did mention this Monday about, like, back when I was younger, there was, like, because, like, I was into dolls as a kid. And, I do remember growing up during that weird era where there was, like, kids who weren't allowed to play with, like, Bratz dolls because their parents thought the dolls were, like, overly sexualized or something. And it was just really dumb. And also that era of, like, well, I didn't live through that era, but there was, like, this era in which Barbie was, like, deemed as, like, too girly and stereotypical, and it's, like, each side kept trying to pander to the people who weren't gonna give their kids those dolls anyway, and it was really dumb. And there's, like, a whole era of, like, doll brands that just kind of went downhill during, like, 2012 or something. Sorry I missed the last live. I saw the bill card. Disney spoils us too much. Yeah. How to draw shoes. Please. I've never been able to draw shoes. Although sadly I'm doing this a little bit too well because I used to... I don't like talking about my past. The Ignihide shoes are surprisingly easy for me to figure out. And I hate that. I cannot draw boots. I used to draw boots all the time. Anime character boots. Although honestly, the Ignihide shoes, I don't understand. They look like they're supposed to be just high tops, but they're kind of chunky looking. I can't draw bodies. Yo, same. But that's what references are for. Summa Pelin Ortho today! Yay! Yeah, I think they stand out a little bit better than if I put Riddle on here. Actually, any other of the Sums that I have lying around stand out better on top of most of my models. Because they're very red. It's not my fault I like designing a lot of red-themed outfits. Which reminds me, there's still a model of mine that I have to work on that I haven't touched in a while because it's in the rigging phase, and that takes forever, and I'm slow. Maybe anatomy was the friends we made along the way. Yeah. It's always good to at least remember or practice that anatomy stuff. Also, my mom saw my drawing and work of my Overblood stuff, and she said to add her and my dad because Overblood Horn King me mix the worlds together, and I agree. That's fun. I like that. We love hearing about encouraging parents. If you put Riddle on you, he'll disappear. Yeah, he pretty much gets lost in the sea of red. That sounds so much cooler than what it actually means. I missed being able to draw like this. I don't know, for some reason, when it's just the laptop and I have like nothing else on in the background, for some reason, drawing on this program just sucks. It's like slow. I don't know why that is. You'd think this would make it slow, but it sometimes does not do anything. It's so weird. Low-key, my mom helps with my Overblood stuff so much. Hell, she even made how King of Hearts a journal. That's amazing! Oh, I love that. I made it so the hair and voices of each split is different. Ooh. That is so fun. I love that. Now those are some shoes. My mom doesn't understand art. Nope. That happens. Very sad. It says I drew cartoons. Oh. My dad's kind of like that sometimes. You know, he always thinks that if I'm drawing something that I made it. Well, it's like, no, I'm just drawing characters I like. She even has ships like Queen of the Underworld Adriana and Overplot Ida. Not normal Ida, just Overplot. Why? Because what she read looks like they were flirting the whole fight. Honestly, yeah, that's awesome. Like, I just occasionally sometimes talk about anime with my mom. Although we don't have too many of the same interests with anime. Cause like I still remember the one time like she tried watching Black Butler and she didn't continue. I was like, oh yeah, I figured you weren't gonna like this one. Mama the shipping queen. I get my shipping self from her. Like mother, like daughter. That's so wholesome. Though I do remember I went to like this place that was like selling anime figures or whatever. And my mom was like immediately recognizing a bunch of the One Piece ones. Again, I know nothing about One Piece, but she really likes One Piece. She doesn't even like the live action version of One Piece. She's like, nah, I like the cartoon. Well, the anime or whatever. She's like, I like the animated version. I'd rather go kaboom and tell my mom my stories. Yeah. Yeah, it's not easy kind of explaining some of the stuff that I do to my parents. It's always awkward. But they're still very encouraging. Even if some of the things that they say is just weird. It's usually my dad talking about ideas for stuff, and I'm just like, ah, yeah, that already exists, but okay. Animation is just beneath her. Animation is just better, to be honest. Yeah, it is. No boundaries as long as your tools don't go kaboom. So for being a queen of the underworld, Adriana is based off epic music. Ooh. I still need to see that. I do remember you guys telling me about it, and I still haven't looked into it. I was tired. Yesterday was busy. I was tired. I didn't get anything done. Ida even says his name is nobody, so just so Queen of the Underworld Adriana can come out to help her something. Epic. That's funny. You're all royalty here. Reigning king of Lunaria and Etheria. Nice. I was also thinking maybe tomorrow instead of, because I don't know if I'll actually finish. I don't know if I'll actually finish my boy here, but I kind of wanted to go back to OC drawings again. I still want to make a game, but I don't know if I'll ever be able to make one. Things get sad. Not actually like in context of whatever story I want to write. It's more like just the way that I'd write it would be like bannable, I guess. It's not even that inappropriate or anything. It's just anime tropes I like. The world's gone stupid, and that bothers me personally. It's sort of an inside joke. I say I'm the man and use male avatars in games, in names in games a lot. I sometimes do that. It's fun to pretend to be things you're not. Speaking of, I don't know if it reads well with my actual model design. Because, like, before I rebranded to this, my model was very clearly a female character. And then I just rebranded to a tiny male one. Because I just wanted to make an avatar that is everything that I like in a character design, so. Although I don't think people pick it up that much. That's also why I made this outfit, so. I forgot, I think it was King of Hearts Adriana that was most dangerous, or was it Sea Witch Adriana? I forgot, but yeah, I didn't make Dragon Adriana the most dangerous because she's pretty harmless. In one part, she hurt Kalima and said sorry many times. Oh, that's adorable. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Are you okay? There's an odd method to my madness. Do not question me. Thought you looked like your avatar? You mean you're not a 2D character? Unfortunately, I don't like to burst your bubble, but I am not an adorable redhead. The girl, the villain, but she doesn't really hurt anyone. Pacifist. My gacha PFP is kind of like me, IDK, because I'm not skinny. Yeah, I like making, like, if I get a chance to, like, character customize things, I'm usually gonna make a character with, like, bright red hair. If you do not give me that option, I will be sad. Although if there's one thing accurate about my little avatar here is that it's short, and so am I. I mean, I'm not even that short, but like, most of the people I know are taller than me. Though she did hurt Sebek for making Malleus cry. It was, Malleus. Do not make the dream Malleus cry. I do remember back in April, I was like low-key kind of tempted to just use the old VTuber model as like a joke, but I'm like, nah, I don't want anything to do with it anymore. I don't want to be reminded of those days. They were not that fun. Also, I'd rather just do whatever I want and stick to whatever I want. Because I did not like some of the people I was interacting with. Also, question, I thought Sebek was the lightning. Why is he represented by the croc? Because he's green? What are you trying to say, fandom? Green people are crocs, huh? Is that what you think? I'm pretty sure, because, like, there is, like, if you rewatch Sleeping Beauty, there is, like, one of these, like, little goon characters, and one of them looks like a crocodile, so I'm guessing that's why Sebek's the croc. Not only is he lightning, he is also a crocodile creature. It's so funny, I love it. I'm gonna tell you how there are, like, Hearts. Adriana is kind of like the King of Hearts, but as the Queen's anger, she also wants Riddle to join her, so they rule together. When he said no, she got upset. Oh, it's because Maleficent's goons are croc-like creatures? Well, one of them is, specifically. They're all just little goblin-looking creatures. Also, same, I thought Sebek was the lightning. I mean, he's like both. And Maleficent has like her little army of goblins and ghouls and whatever. Some of them look like animals. And one of them is even on Lilia's club outfit. Just like straight up, that's one of the characters from the movie. Just on his shirt as a sticker. His name is Zigvolt. Bolt. Voltage. Indeed. Lioness Adriana is like Zarya from The Lion King 2, so she's madly in love with Leona, which me in story is not really. Well, that's fun. Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen the second Lion King movie. I've seen that goofy 1.5 one. I know I've seen that movie multiple times, mainly because I liked the little, like, minigame thing that they had on the DVD. That was funny. Yeah, remember when DVDs used to have a bunch of bonus features in games? That was fun. Also, another thing, so the uniforms, Insomnia, right? I know they have the thread thing, because sewing thing in Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, like the threads for the spinning wheel. See which Adriana can turn human, octo, eel, and shark. Ooh. Multi-talented. But why are you just carrying that? Why do you like sewing that much? Does your uniform fall apart? So you carry it? Why? Why do you just have that on you at all times? Is sewing that important? Some things just look cool. And we don't question it. She can also turn huge like Ursula did, and she also made fun of Zol and almost killed him. Oof. I have a shark mermaid. That's fun. I actually did used to have a few aquatic OCs. I haven't drawn them anymore. I probably could, but like they just don't fit well with most of the ideas that I've been working on right now. So they kind of just exist in the void now. Which is sad, because they were kind of cute in design. Genie Adriana, she's like Genie but with bird wings and many wishes. Ooh. Cute. His name's Shiver, not from Splatoon. It means group of shark. Because his special magic is like summoning multiple shark spirit things. Ooh. That's cool. I would say something that I thought, but I don't want to accidentally be little rude. I also have Genie OC named Gino. Yes, Genie named Gino. We're looking at a boy named Benji based off of a character named Ben, okay? Not every name is very creative. I respect it. Close enough. Going to the Simple Man Club, indeed. Sometimes you don't need to think that hard. Sometimes the simplest answers are the best. Man, drawing clothes wrinkles is always confusing for me. Because sometimes I can't tell if it's like, does this look like it makes some sort of sense, or am I just making random squiggles? Shiver isn't his first name, it's his middle name. His first name is canonically so hard to say, he doesn't even want to say it. That's so funny, I love that. Kinda like Chenya. Name so long and confusing, you just call him by his nickname. Beauty Adriana has a mirror to make anyone who looks at it ugly, while her is beautiful. Ooh. Oh, I like that. It also shoots apples at students to make them sleep. You know, the funny thing about that first part you mentioned, it reminds me of like the actual fairy tale that Frozen was supposed to be inspired by. I think it was the Snow Queen? Ice Queen? Snow Queen? That fairy tale. Yeah. This reminds me of the Flower with Beautiful Princess story I talked about last time. Yeah. Speaking of Frozen, it's honestly not one of my favorite movies because I kind of like the earlier concept arts for it so much better. I mean, like, the final version of the movie is okay, it's definitely not my favorite. But, like, the concept art is just so much better, especially because they've been trying to make a movie based off of that fairy tale for, like, ever. So there's, like, really old concept art from, like, the 40s. And I just like it so much more. Ah, yes, apples. Best thing to make you sleep. A nice sleepy time apple. The Snow Queen, yes. Queen of the Underworld. Adriana, I already talked about. She's based off Meg, Cerberus, and Epic the Musical, and her flirting with Eder. Nice. Yeah. I always wonder what would it be like if they actually tried to follow the original plot of that fairy tale instead of whatever they did with Frozen. It's a fun what if scenario. Also, Queen of the Underworld, Adriana also calls Ida hot. Her henchman, though, she meant his hair and said, "Not, that's not what I meant." What's funny? Okay, so Shiver is like tall and buff. He has triangle motifs all over because fins and sharp teeth. His bangs are triangular too, and he wears button-ups. You can mistake him for a bodyguard. Nice. And Dragon Adriana, again, I talked about her already. Yeah. They're all lovely variations. He always wears dark clothing and sunglasses. Nice. So many Adrianas. Indeed, it's a universe of Adrianas. The Queen of the Underworld even makes a reference to Persephone. Even she offers Ida a pomegranate. I rule. I do like the Greek mythology nods. It is a nice detail. Adriana started to become like Jun with all of these variations. Indeed. But that's the fun thing. I mean, I also kind of have multiple versions of myself. That's what my Twitter banner is anyway. I mean, most of it is based off of the old design, but it still works with the idea. I am whatever I want. I guess, which are you? The dragon, the evil queen, horn king, or normal? Pick your poison. Pomegranates. Pomegranate sounds like a gun type weapon. I'd get a pomegranate. It also sounds like a goofy weapon from Phineas and Ferb. The pomegranate. Not Grammarly. I know I can't spell, but I'd rather deal with it than have my spelling errors constantly, like, highlighted. It bothers me so much. Spell check bothers me. It's like, I know I'm spelling things wrong. Don't highlight it. Or like, yes, this word doesn't exist, please stop. Yeah, you were kind of close. Oh, now we're getting to the fun part of the drawing where I add healings. I think it's also very fitting for a character inspired by a character from a movie from like the 2000s. Actually, you know what? Pomegranator is a sick name. It can be like a villain whose power is making guns and grenades and blades and other weapons. Green. Green the platypus. Your error made a masterpiece. Thank you. Indeed. Behold, the pomegranate nator. I can't even talk. That sounded more like Dexter. Omelette du fromage. Not Dex. I'm not no voice actor, but I do be making silly voices. It entertains me. Dextery? That's what my keyboard said when I typed Dext. That's funny. Autocorrect is so funny, it never gets anything correct. I used to own a pair of Heelys as a kid. And they were also banned from my elementary school because, of course, they were. Although I think you were still allowed to wear it as long as you didn't have the wheels in it. No, watch. Perry the platypus says I use my pomegranator. I am basically drawing this all from memory. I know I had a little compass on this part of his shoe. But now I'm making this look a little bit more like an actual Huey. Pomegranators are guns that turn you into a single pomegranate seed. Become one with the pomegranates. Oh, now I want to give him chunky shoelaces. That screams heels. I love the part where me and Adriana said it's multiple version time and multiple version all over the place. That is my favorite joke, actually, of all time, for some reason. It never goes away, it just evolves. What a plumber. Or you, a cat plumber. Rim the cat plumber? Rim the mage! Is doof mechanics again. Doofenshmirtz. The best character in the show. I don't even know how to spell Doofenshmirtz either. After hours. Imagine it's just Ida. Because Ida, cat. Ida definitely has the personality of a cat. Yes, after hours, because we're making a novel in chat now. Ida Shroud Incorporated. Now that is a pretty decent shoe, and I don't draw shoes that often because I don't like putting details into shoes. It takes too long. But this is also just to help the pants. We love stories here. Oh, that's okay. It was fun. Tomorrow I'm probably gonna do some other OC drawings. Because I do want to actually make stuff for them. Crowley Office Incorporated. See y'all later, King. Fabina out. Bye-bye. See you tomorrow. I think I'm just going to finish this other shoe for now and then wrap things up. Oh shoot, my grandma coming tomorrow, I forgot. Well, have fun. I hope. I hope that's a good thing. Okay, good. We're here to have fun. It is kind of annoying drawing a shoe from the front. That's why I don't like drawing them that often. Like, when I actually lock in and draw a good shoe, I'm like, yeah, that's a good shoe. Shrimpy jazz time. Play it, Shrimpy. Goebi-chan. Oh yeah, I can't believe I didn't mention it. The Overblood animations are free now. They're free to be posted for everybody to admire. And they're so good. They're beautiful. I love them so much. You do it so good, bro. Wait, really? Yeah. Because, I remember when they first announced that they were going to be adding the Overblood animations, they were like, please wait until August 1st before you start posting it online, thank you. And people did. Waited until August 1st and then bam, they're free. I definitely recommend watching them. I don't know if the English version of the game got that update. I don't think it did yet, but it probably will get it at some point. But it's good. It's so good. My early birthday gift. I'd say out of like all of them, I think Vils is probably the freakiest. As in, like, it's like set up so like eerie and spooky. And it also makes me feel slightly depressed. Also Ida's. Ida's is also a really good one. Like, all the overblocks are just so good animated. But, like, my favorite's gotta be, like, Vil or Ida. I wish for merch, Cousinville. I do await the day they finally give us Overblot figures. I need Overblot figures. That would be so good. Can't wait for the others. Yeah. Not only are we getting the Overblot cards, now their animations are free. Although I do actually want, like, Overblot figures. Because the 1/6 scale figures for the dorm leaders are good and all that, but, like, the Overblot ones would go so hard. And I think you can get away with doing some pretty crazy poses too. Because you'd have a lot of like cool ink effects to kind of hide stuff. Or like supports and whatnot. Ugh, it'd be so good. You know, I'll probably come back to these shoes with like an actual heel as a reference for the laces. Because I'm struggling right now, and I don't really care if these laces make sense right now. Somewhere over the rainbow. Boring. Hello. Welcome in. I'm drawing shoes. I'm actually about to wrap it up for the day, actually. Oh, the awkward timing. I'm drawing my silly little Twisted Wonderland inspired character. Because I can. Hello. I hope you like Twisted Wonderland, because that's usually what we talk about over here. If not, be prepared to learn. Yeah, I'll fix that shoe later. I don't like how it looks from the front. The side, yeah, the side one looks normal. I forget what that is. Well, Twisted Wonderland is a game that is... It's an app game released by Disney. And the premise is that, you get sent to a world where, like, almost every character is, like, inspired and looks up to a Disney villain. Honestly, the way I'm describing it sounds kind of stupid. But it's actually really good. And I have made my own silly little character. Inspired by the robot from Treasure Planet. Also, Ambi, I don't know if you watch it. Steven Universe, but I based the ending of my Horn King Overblot. But having the twist character of Adriana reminding her they will always help her, it's been beautiful. I have seen Steven Universe, I never finished watching it. Yeah, Twisted Wonderland's actually really good. If you've heard of the manga Black Butler or seen like the anime of it, it's the same person writing Twisted Wonderland. So if you like that, you'll probably like this, as well as if you just like Disney villains in general. It's actually really good. There is an official English version of it too for the game. Although I was impatient and I've been playing the Japanese version for like years. Sadly, it's not a dating game because the boys in the game are hot. I can be Delulu about it if I want. Like Disney. Understandable. We all have our preferences. But like, even if you don't know much about like Disney stuff, it's still not that hard to get into. Because I'm pretty sure there's a good portion of people who don't even like Disney that actually like this game. But I'm an animation nerd, so like obviously I'd gravitate toward this. Disney both spoils us and hates us. Yeah, they really do. It's like, here's this really cool game. Too bad we can't give it everything that you probably want out of it. I can't give you balloons for your anniversary card. Have bubbles instead. I'm obsessed with Vocaloid Colorful Stage right now. Ooh, I've heard of that one. If this even persuades you, there is mini rhythm games in Twisted Wonderland. I mean, it's mostly a story-driven game, but there's like mini games. Hi, Milky Way. Hello. We have a lot of people showing up when I'm about to wrap up. I'll yap for a little bit longer. Yeah, don't worry. I'm still wrapping up, but like I can yap for a little bit. Oh yeah, there's boss fights in Twisted Wonderland as well. And honestly, really great character designs. It is one of my favorite games. Yeah, but don't worry, we'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow as well. I usually stream around the afternoon hours. Usually for about an hour, but sometimes I'll go over, depending on how far along a drawing is doing. Or if I have some stuff to do. Yeah, I just do this because it's fun. You'll be back soon, you see. Yeah. Well, thanks for stopping by. I hate how I'm a musical nerd. Being a nerd is something that you should not be ashamed of, my friend. But yeah, here's the progress so far. Now that I think about it, I probably need to redo the hair too. Because like the actual hairstyle that I was going with for the regular uniform does not have the goggles. But progress has been made. We got 2 outfits done. Although tomorrow I will be drawing original characters though, because I miss drawing my characters sometimes. It's fun. Yay! Woohoo! Oh! Here's an image to persuade you to play Twisted Wonderland. No context. Enjoy. Yeah. Anyway, wrapping up now. I will see you tomorrow. I do have things to do for the rest of the day. I probably might finish some of the stuff for my boy here, Benji, later on. Now that I'm able to, like, draw better. Bill, really? Okay, my turn. Bye-bye! Watch the silly videos I have on my YouTube channel, please.